You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans. We've got Liam Spencer facing a terminal diagnosis. The soap's telling us he's going to die, like with Eric's fatal storyline. I think we're going to get another last-minute save, but yeah, it's still possible that Scott Clifton's character could actually kick the bucket. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to talk real quick about a few reasons that B&B may actually kill off Liam Spencer. But hey, click subscribe if you're not following us. So just first off, there's a rumor going around that says Scott Clifton and Don Diamont just signed multi-year brand new contracts with Bold and the Beautiful. But that is old news from like 2022, 2023, where Scott and Don did sign new contracts. They didn't ever say how long they were for, but it's an old article people are trying to repurpose and say it's new. If you remember, this same thing happened during the Eric dying storyline, and I have people here dropping in the comments saying, oh no, John McCook signed a new contract. Not true. A very disreputable website that you guys probably know the name of that routinely makes up false things and claims they're spoilers are the ones that claim John McCook signed a new contract. But this was a fake story based off an old news item like we're hearing again now. And the writer that worked for this sketchy site was actually pressured to write the fake story. She even confessed she wrote a blog on, I think, Medium to talk about how she was pressured to do it and that it was a lie and that this site does this and makes writers write false things for clicks and that it's standard practice. So anyway, just to reiterate, no contract renewal for Scott Clifton. That being said, Liam might still die if that's the route that B&B wants to take. You know, Brad Bell might want to make a strong impact with a big, intense storyline for Liam that lets him go out with a bang. They do occasionally kill off characters. Usually it's more people like Hollis and Tom, but it happens. So one reason they may be exiting Scott Clifton's character is simply because they rarely use Liam. Up until recently, you know, we barely saw him, and everybody's tired of the Lope versus Steam triangle. They're just blech on it. Nobody wants Steffi to leave Finn for Liam. I know a few. There's a few people who do. But for the most part, I think most fans do really like Steffi with Finn. And even if they didn't, Steffi and Liam is just kind of overdone. And time again, they've tried and it just never worked. And they're in a good place now as friends and co-parents. So Bold probably just needs to leave Steffi and Liam alone. Liam and his other ex, Hope, had a bitter breakup. And right now, of course, she's interested in Liam again, but that just seems contrived to me and conveniently timed to align with this death storyline because nothing's changed. Liam did what he did to Hope, and Hope did what she did with Thomas, and Hope still wants a one-woman man, which Liam has never been. So, you know, if they keep Liam around, honestly, you know, unless they're going to put him back with Ivy, I think everybody's kind of frustrated with what they've done with him romantically. And in the regard that they don't use him a lot, Liam might be expendable. That being said, I love Scott Clifton. I think he's a great actor, and I wouldn't want to see him go anywhere. So another possibility for why Brad Bell might write out Scott Clifton and kill off Liam is that the actor may want to take a step back from Bold and the Beautiful. You know, he may feel like playing Liam has gotten stale and he may want to go try something new. It does happen. There are occasions when actors just say, you know what, I'm good. I'm gonna step away. You know, Scott Clifton may want to explore options at another soap. GH may want him back over to play Dillon Quartermaine. General Hospital has been bringing back a lot of older characters lately, and many fans would love to have the OG Dillon back, and they still remember Scott Clifton quite fondly. Dillon's mother, Tracy Quartermaine, is front and center right now on General Hospital, so the timing would work out well for a return of Dillon. So you never know. General Hospital might have been wooing him. And since Bold doesn't use him that much, they could actually kill him. So in general, Scott Clifton may also just want to take a break from acting. He may want to go try directing, screenwriting. Other actors on the show are exploring other avenues. Lawrence St. Victor and Heather Tom are both script writers now. She's also a producer and director. She works on a bunch of different shows. And Scott Clifton may have some talent he's passionate about outside of acting, like Rena Sofer and her pottery. You know, she used to play Quinn on Bold, and now she's back over on GH as Lois Cirillo. But Rena also said she's planning to step into semi-retirement and just stick to her pottery, you know? And finally, there's the option or the concern that Bold and the Beautiful could write out Liam because they need to free up room in their budget. You know, Brad Bell may want to bring somebody on board, a new character or something, or bring back another character that hasn't been on in a while. And every soap opera is on a tight budget. So generally, they don't just get to hire and hire and hire. Usually, if they hire somebody, they have to let somebody go. That's what we see pretty often across all the soaps. And with Liam sitting on the back burner and sidelined so much, you know, the soap might feel his character is the most expendable. Not Scott Clifton as an actor. This, again, none of this is any kind of insult to him. I just mean in terms of characters and how they use them and who's on the front burner and who is not, you know? And if for some reason they did get rid of the character of Liam, they could always bring him back in the future. They resurrected Sheila Carter from the stone cold dead. They also bring people back as, you know, other characters, even though it's the same actor. There's so many options because of the genre. All that being said, you know, Brad Bell, bottom line, may possibly go ahead and kill Liam off of Bold and the Beautiful. I don't think it's going to happen. I doubt they're getting rid of Scott Clifton. He's a great actor. He has been nominated a bunch of times for daytime Emmys, and he has won 3 across 3 categories. He won Outstanding Younger Actor in 2011, Outstanding Supporter in 2013, and Lead Actor in 2017, all for playing Liam Spencer. So, of course, anything is possible. Never say never and all that, but I personally doubt that Scott Clifton's leaving. However, I think they are going to try and sell us really hard starting this week that Liam Spencer is going to die. We're going to get a whole bunch of doom and gloom all during May Sweeps, which begins on Thursday of this week. And if they don't wind up killing him off, which again, I don't think they will, we're going to get some sort of miracle cure. However, it would be much more soapy and much more dramatic if they actually did what they promised and killed him off. But I've said this before, I'll say it again. This is a redo of the Eric story. We're going to get lots of death, but nobody's going to die.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.